You're studying and research, it might not be the best tool. There's something called as NotebookLM and it can answer strictly from your notes. So in this video, I'll test NotebookLM versus ChatGPT with real examples and show you which one you should actually use. Hey everyone, welcome back to SkillSnap. Today it's not just a comparison video, it's a real test. I'll upload some files, ask same questions, and show you accuracy, use cases, and the final winner for different scenarios. Let's get started with this video. So, firstly, before getting into the video, let's just understand what these two tools really do. Let me quickly explain. Yeah. So, firstly, ChatGPT. ChatGPT is made by OpenAI and it's a general purpose assistant. Like you can ask like literally anything. Like write code, draft emails, explain concepts, create stories, etc. And it has internet access on the plus plan and even on the free version too. Now, if you come to NotebookLM, it is made by Google DeepMind and it's a research focused tool. Like, what's the key difference between ChatGPT and NotebookLM is? You upload your documents like PDFs, articles, Google Docs, URLs, and it answers based on those sources. No hallucinations, no random facts, or no, nothing being made up here. Like, think it of like this way. ChatGPT is like a brilliant friend who knows everything, and NotebookLM is like a personal researcher, like who has to read every document you give them. If we go on a head to head comparison, like how so the price for ChatGPT is $20 per month, and for NotebookLM, it's actually free, like the Google One AI Premium. And once we get started with the ChatGPT and NotebookLM test, we will clearly understand what it is. And as per my understanding, ChatGPT versus Notebook LLM, I have put here in a table. Like ChatGPT can be used for general tasks, coding, and creative writing, whereas Notebook LLM is for research and document analysis. So let's just test this through our video and heading to the test. Like, what are we going to test in this video? Firstly, summarizing a research PDF, answering questions from the document, general knowledge, study guide generation, and creative writing task. So first, let's switch to the video test. I have a test document, AI and climate change. So I have uploaded that test document into Notebook LLM and into ChatGPT as well. Now let's do a quick test on both of them. So first, as we discussed, the first test has to be summarizing a research PDF. So since I have given them the PDF, yeah, let me give LLM this prompt. Yeah. Please summarize this document in 5 bullet points. Okay, so let's see how Notebook LLM answers for this, and I am going to give the same prompt on Chat GPT as well. So let me copy paste the same prompt in Chat GPT and let's see how both of them answer. So if you see Notebook LLM is like a five here is 5 point summary of provided research on artificial intelligence and climate change. And it is also giving me the yeah. So if you see here, one, two, three, four, five, all these 5 points are derived from the document which I have uploaded. If you click on here one, you see it is like research overview test document for AI tool comparison. This is the test document which we have uploaded, and the Notebook LLM has summarized the test document into 5 bullet points. And if you see, it's also showing us where it has been extracting each of the point from. Like it's been extracting the first point from abstract, the second point from the carbon cost of AI, third point from key statistics. And let's see the chat gpt. Now if you see the notebook lm, like it just gives you like a clear, clean, and a sourced summary. You can see the citations here, like where, and you can click on those citations and jump to that point of the document. And like that's like that's huge for research. Now let's see chat gpt. I have uploaded the same PDF and I've asked the same prompt in Chat GPT as well. Chat GPT is also doing a great job in summarizing this, but it picks, it picks the key points as well, and it doesn't really give the clickable once, like you do not you see the entire pdf is being downloaded. And here if you see in the notebook lm, you see that the point is cited from some paragraph in the note, in the pdf we uploaded. So we see the clear difference here. Although the chat gpt is able to summarize the document into 5 point summary, but it is not able to give clear citations or where it is going to pick or which paragraph it is going to pick the point from. So you would have to go back and verify yourself in the document where the chat gpt has picked. So for the first test, winner for the summaries is obviously notebook lm because of the citations. Now let's see the second test. If you see the second test is answering questions from the document. Woo. Okay. So now I am going to ask few questions, from the uh, document. So let's say, for example, which water did GPT-3 training consume according to this document? And let me ask one more question. What is the AI climate m- mitigation potential by 2030? So these are the two questions that are based upon the text or information in the document I provided. So since it was about AI and climate, I have raised two questions. uh, Ignore the spelling mistakes. Let me ask notebook lm and chat gpt to answer these questions. So if you see, both of them are running side by side. Let's check the answer. So according to the sources, the training of the GPT-3 consumed approximately 7 lakh, okay, 7 million liters of water. Cool. It has answered the first question, and it has also given us from where it has actually got the response. If you see here, AI system estimated equivalent GPT training, 552 million to 300, yeah. So it has absolutely got this from here. It has got the exact answer. So this is where Notebook LLM shines actually. Like every answer it gives, it refers to the exact line in the document, like no guessing, no hallucination. And Chat GPT also gets it right here. Both of them give seven, yeah. So yeah, true. And Chat GPT, but it is giving without citations, as we discussed earlier. We cannot verify easily whether the answer is correct or not. Okay. So, yeah, notebook here, the notebook LM here is the winner. Why? Because it's absolutely accurate. Chat GPT is also accurate, but one more essential thing is trust. Users trust. The PDF I uploaded and it read that and it gave me the answer. So, the answer, if I go and hover over the citations, I will be able to figure out where and in which line the answer is, or which context it has referred to give me the answer. Now, test 3. Um, According to our test, the test 3 is general knowledge or no source. Okay, cool. Now I am going to ask a question which is out of the above PDF. So let me ask a question like, explain quantum computing in simple terms. Like, I'm 12 years old kid. I hope that should work. Sorry. Some problem with my keyboard. Explain quantum computing in simple terms. Like I am 12 years old. So I'm just gonna give the same prompt in both of the systems and let's check who will answer this properly. If you see the answer, I have reviewed the sources provided and they focus only on AI and its impact and do not contain any information about quantum computing. So, yeah, it is not able to answer the question properly. Like, it is saying us it do not have a source on answering the question about quantum computing, so it cannot answer from general knowledge. That's by design. It only works for the documents. So if you are asking random questions with no document uploaded, Chat GPT wins every single time. Now you see the answer between the Notebook LM and Chat GPT. Oh god, there's so much difference. And here clearly Chat GPT hands down for general knowledge. Any general knowledge question you want to ask without providing any of the source, Chat GPT is the best tool. So, next is the next test we are going to carry out is study guide generation. So let's do this. Like okay, let me ask. Generate a study guide. Okay, so generate a study guide mm, with key terms and Q&A from this document. I think we have few options. Here, let me check. Um, okay, fine. So I'm gonna give a prompt to generate the study guide from this document. Please ignore the spelling mistakes because there's something wrong with my keyboard. So what is it gonna do? Once I've given the prompt in Notebook LLM and ChatGPT, here you can see like Notebook LLM is giving me key terms, the critical statistics and figures, core themes of the thing, and I also have like a save to note option here. And it's like, one click study guide button and it generates everything like key topics, FAQs, glossary, timeline. It's insane like how good this is. And ChatGPT also makes a great study guide if you prompt it well, but you know how to ask, right? And then Notebook LLM, actually, in this Notebook LLM, let me show you something. It actually has many other features. So here, if you go to Studio and if I ask for audio overview or flashcards, reports, data table, quiz, I can ask it anything. I can ask a mind map, I can ask a quiz. Like for example, if I go and ask like the same prompt, generate study guide, and I'm giving the difficulty level as easy and generating it, it will generate quiz based on the source we have provided. Like it's insane. You also have like the audio generation feature, video generation. It will generate video and explain you how it's being done, and quiz, data tables, reports, all of this is so good. And you have the flashcards feature, for example. um you can generate a flashcard upon Newton's second law or something, like it's generating quiz based on the source. It will take little time, and yeah, so once it's done I will show you. And it's like it literally, like it can create a 2% podcast based on your document and everything. Like it's kind of wild. I use it to review notes while commuting. And here, for the study material and chat GPT, it is absolutely great. It is good as well. But you uh, clearly you can see here Notebook LM wins. It has every option for the students. It's like the best tool to summarize things or build something like this. And see here, I got my AI quiz created. Look at this. Based on the question, based on the document, it's asking me questions. Like for example, I'm giving 1.1, this is the correct answer. And if I'm going for something like this, which I've picked as a wrong answer, why is it as a wrong answer? It's trying to explain me everything. So for a study guide, I would prefer Notebook LM, and clearly Notebook LM wins here. Next test will be on creative writing task and coding task. So in case of creative writing, um let me give like write a short 150 word story about a scientist who discovers AI has become self-aware. So I'm going to give both of the prompts in both of the tools. Let's check who wins here. Yeah, so Notebook LM has given something a short story about, it has tried its best, but it's not designed for this actually. Like if you see Chat GPT and if you read like why, see how beautifully it has written the story. If you compare the Notebook LM and ChatGPT answers, ChatGPT, it's like it gives you a narrative tension, character depth, and it's like a satisfying ending. Like if you see for the first time, she wondered, has she created a solution to save the world or something? And if you see the Notebook LLM ending, Notebook LM ending, it doesn't really show that much. Notebook LM tried its best, but it's not designed for this. Clearly, ChatGPT wins in creative task as well. One more additional check I want you guys to do, or let's do it together in this video only. Last thing would be a test of coding test. Like coding, now we are using AI tools only. So let's see which tool wins for coding. So I will ask, write me your code to write me Python code to generate or to classify even numbers. So this is just a random prompt. Let me give the both of the prompts to ChatGPT and to Notebook LM. Let's send this. So if you see, it's kind of giving me the code, but you can see it says this information is not from your sources, and you have to independently verify it. Now you see the Chat GPT's answer, it's completely insane. Like it just gives it, both of them are giving the code, but Chat GPT is giving you a bonus code as well, and it is also proving why, how, and how the code is working actually, like how the logic of the code works and why the code which it has given is the right answer. So clearly in the task of coding as well, ChatGPT wins. And the final verdict, all right, let's wrap up with the final scores, and the verdict would be, so when you should use ChatGPT and when you should use Notebook LM. If you need any coding assistance, creative writing, general knowledge help, brainstorming ideas, or you do not have to analyze any specific document, ChatGPT is your go-to tool. And now, when to use Notebook LM? Like if you're studying PDFs or research papers and you need to make 100% source accurate answers, or you're generating study guides, FAQs, or listening to some AI podcast summaries, doing some additional or professional research, that time Notebook LLM, I mean Notebook LM is used. So here's my honest review. These tools are not competitors, they are complementary. I personally use both, and I use Notebook LM to analyze my research paper and then switch to Chat GPT to write a summary or a blog post about it. So, the best AI user isn't someone who picks one tool, but it's someone who knows which tool to pick for which job. And so that's a full comparison. I hope this video helped you and help you understand which tool to exactly use and when. Drop a comment below which tool you would use more, and I am really curious about it. If this video helped you, smash that like button and it really helps the channel grow. And if you want more AI tool comparisons like this, subscribe and hit the bell button so that you do not miss the next one. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Thank you guys.